Imperial Knights Castellan. The Knight Castellan can be likened to a towering fortress, a bastion of imperial might garrisoned by a single noble lord, and armed with an array of weapons so fearsome that they can tear the heart from an invading army. It is the foremost artillery platform within the lances of the knightly houses, hammering the enemy at extreme range from the moment the fight begins. The Knight Castellan is one of the two most popular variants of the Dominus class chassis, the other being the Valiant. With its dual plasma core sending energy surging through its huge frame, the Castellan can mount a frightening array of weapon systems while maintaining its iron shield against incoming fire. Indeed, in extremis, Dominus pilots have ever been known to overcharge their shield capacitors in order to temporarily project their shields over nearby allies to protect them from harm. It is considered both crass and unnecessary to do this for another knight, but other Imperial forces fighting alongside Dominus Knights have been given good cause to thank the nobles for their protection. The arsenal of the Knight Castellan is legendary. On one arm they carry a plasma decimator, a huge and obliterative weapon capable of bathing swathes of the battlefield in searing energies and reducing the enemy to glowing ashes. Castellan pilots become adept at regulating the flow of plasmic energy from their dual cores to this potent weapon, even risking angering the machine spirits in order to unleash an especially ferocious blast should the situation demand it. The Castellan's other armament is the Volcano Lance. Possessing massive range and stopping power, this laser cannon is the bane of super heavy war engines and beasts. It can core out a lumbering Swigoth or behead an enemy Titan, and when several Knights Castellan open fire at once, the effect is commensurate with the lance batteries of an Imperial Navy warship. Upon the Castellan's broad shoulders are mounted twin Siegebreaker cannons and Shieldbreaker missile racks. The former are unsubtle gun turrets fired by servitor brain sub-arrays slaved to the pilot's targeting systems. They are capable of laying down a pounding bombardment of heavy ordnance to entirely carpet an area in flame and shrapnel. Shieldbreaker missiles, meanwhile, are an ancient variant of the redoubtable Hunter-Killer missile. These warheads incorporate Raptorus machine spirits and Empiric Cascade microgenerators that allowed them to disrupt and pass through enemy shields by skipping like hurled stones across the skin of reality, dipping minutely in and out of the warp in microsecond flickers. They are employed to punish those dishonourable enemies who cower behind veils of arcane energy or the mass ranks of lesser warriors. After all, as the pilots of Knights Castellan are fond of saying, there is no escape from the Emperor's wrath.